Hey, what's going on, guys? Gulliver here. Today I'm going to make a video trying to beat the last level of the not Titan Tech Tree, but the Titan Assault with Trypticon. We're under the last 5 minutes of the upgrade, so free upgrade here for me. Unhappily, I couldn't make enough shards for Nemesis or Scorponok to upgrade. I have made a complete path to Scorponok, and I'm midway with Trypticon. Let me check the skills first, just to guarantee I'm not messing around with anything. Another update on the Titans setup. I just have saw a guy trying to beat this last Titan with Nemesis, and he told like, beware with saying that this skill is fire, and with the 20% boost, the damage that it's provided to you, it surpasses the Energo Beam, which is 12 times and 983. But if you think about it, you have the slowdowns as well for 10 seconds. You slow down by 10%. So with the slowdown, these is actually have become the better setup for you to try. The Titan Assault, because the speed downs is a better setup than than the acid multiplier, and like you can't like coordinate with Axure with guarantees the acid. It's just when the acid drops to you, and you have a cooldown of the first is 8 seconds or 12, the second is 24, then the third is 36, I guess, or the last one is 48. So it's like you're not guaranteed to from 12 to 12 seconds. This is skill to have the boost, because you lost some amount of microseconds with the activations, with the delay and everything. You lose sometimes, so you don't have the guaranteed boost. Same that Smash, the 100%, the 4 times 12 seconds, with the 48 seconds of the cooldown, or the 36, whatever it be. It's not guaranteed for you to get in the same time, you know what I mean? So yeah, I tried once, didn't come up, but like, I definitely feel that on the PC I came closer, you know what I mean? I came closer to destroy the 5-star 24 arc, yeah, 5-star 24. So now I'm using the current setup here. We just finished that, so we can go this. I'm not sure, but in my PC the orders of the essays on the Titans, they switch. Yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit while I'm making these jumps and stuff. First thing, I would like to thanks a lot to everyone that made part of Legends in this last weekend. You guys made an amazing job. Reached leaderboard 30, I guess, if I remember correctly. We couldn't make the 2 mil for the 4-star Ozu. I don't remember the name, but we reached the 3-star at least. To just like give it a try and test it out. My main 2 healers are obviously Minerva. I say that I'm going to say Nirvana instead of Minerva at some point. Just wait, it's going to happen. And my phone frizzed for a second. No, it's returned. Uh, so just wait for it. It's going to happen eventually. I'm guaranteed. But I think that is a good setup for is a good setup for junk heap. I feel it's really interesting to test in that in that doctor. Uh, I wanted to talk about as well as future investments and resources that you might want to keep in the future for uh, your account and everything. I'm not that amazing at resource management, to be honest. I just feel like, oh, the priority bots and the things that I want the most, the things that I most invest and upgrade as fast as possible. I go like a lot with the heart in these moments, but after a certain point, when I actually got everything that I wanted in the game, not everything, but like most of the time, most of stuff, I feel that I have administrated really well. Have saved stuff where I need to save. But one of the things that I think that you should all be aware of is that you should absolutely, and I mean absolutely, um, you should absolutely beware and save your combats. The system of batches with the combats is a little bit different than with the bots. This is when you have 10 bots from the last batch, so they like split the batch into pieces. That's from what I've heard before. So this means that they're going to have the a huge batch that it is right now and split it in two. So if you like a lot Big Daddy, Lancelot, I think that the what's the name? If you like a lot it's the 8 plus, it's not the 11 one. Oh, no problem. I was thinking it was too easy. But if you have the Star Saber slash Death Saurus one and you have like used a lot on that, you can like increase your odds to get the new ones by just having like a fewer bots to have. So like if you're like me and you don't want to waste your combats in like bots that are so in setup that are too much specifics. For example, I don't feel that I am going to use. It's the second time that my phone freezes. Oh my god. Yeah, return. I don't feel that I would go for like the combat one from Sentius Malice, for example. It's too specific. It was like 7k and 900 and 500 for a combat that I can use it only one specific bot. I'm not that happy about it, and I'm like, it's not even because I don't have the 5-star Sentius. I would definitely use the 5-star on the 4-star that I have. But like, I don't feel it's worth to use a good uh, a good combat in a bot that's not very well designed. I think that they could even batch in and patch in and like make it even better to have like, because what I've saw is basically a very very nerfed version with a little bit better passives of a little bit better passives than, what's the name of that, Armada Mags and Impactor, for example. I think that from passives we have the arrows from Sentius. Then because of the G1 core we have at number 2 spot the Impactor with the mini blast thing. I think that's really good. It basically clears up a defense for kind of free because it has a decent amount of DPS. And I'm testing it up to make a better setup. I feel that the Pterodactyl is a good setup, but I'm not sure if this is the best. If you want to keep it alive with a hero or something like that, you definitely can. And you definitely can also, outside of that, use something that don't enters in conflict with your passive. That's through that you gain through the G1 core from Impactor. And oh my god, I missed it. That's the current team on the channel. I'm not gonna lie. But like, what happens is I feel that I very very much prefer a more consistent thing. Like in damage, same if it's through SA, and the SA damage is completely dependent on the damage is completely the damage that you get from the bot is completely dependent on the SA. For example, Armada Max, because I think his DPS is kind of not exactly low, but like he's not the best one in DPS. He's not You're not going to upgrade Armada Max because of DPS. He's going to upgrade because the SA is not a gunner. So what happens is that if you really want invest in one of these three, I think that most of the people just use just as Armada Max because it's the more versatile one. And there's all that combo with Shockwave, so the classics. And I think that if you have a decent 5-star and you have like a G1 maxed out and like some decent combat like Slug, maybe Grow, or even like something like Pterodactyl to like give him a decent passive and make him heal while he's doing the damage. I think that you have a really really decent bot, to be honest, you know. And he's more like standalone, so he kind of doesn't need that. So he kind of doesn't need that boost with Shockwave. To be honest, I feel that sometimes you like sometimes I think that we maybe do too much stuff, like thinking on maximizing things. But if you play it simple, sometimes you just get the same results. Sometimes I was like, oh, I'm using Rodimus and Necronus to abuse the damage boost and even go further in the combo with Shockwave and Armada Max to like speed up and boost the damage at the same time. But then I realized that, oh, I'm increasing with 2 activations 10 ability points at the cost, and the damage I receive is not like overwhelming, disturbing, like broken stuff. It's like fine, good extra, decent, very good, decent extra damage. So like it's not like, for example, the Spark thing. Where's the name of the Spark guy? Motor Master, where it's like it triplicates the damage if you had it at certain levels. So keep it simple sometimes. It's my advice. So I think that would be really really okay if the guys at some point made a batch composed of only the specific stuff. I know that they have made it the weapons thing with the blaster and the Dark Star Saber, Prime Star Saber, but like my dreams that T2 Mags and Optimus have the Book of Primus as one of the specific combats, and there is a specific slot for the combats. that are specific to one warrior. So we are going to have sort of balance. Uh, I remember the name of the Autobots version, but not the Decepticon. Victor Leo, the Thunder Chest, Thunder Cast, I don't know, Thundercats, whatever. The Star Cyber guy, the Death Stars guy, and also we would have the Books of Primus to T2 Max. That would be really, really nice. So that's it, guys. That's the moment where we were all waiting for. So we have here. It's close to this rock, the frame. I pressed right now. I'm going to need to pay attention a little bit more. Just to see if maybe, oh my god, so overwhelming damage. I think that's not enough. Maybe if the third SA, I think that's, maybe if the third SA activates first. I'm not really sure. I'm so often to 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't think that's on this try is gonna work. Yeah, absolutely not. Yeah. Let me check a thing here. Ability damage, damage reduction, slowdown, whatever. Nah. What is this? Oh, it's fire damage. Nah, it's the only this thing that has fire damage in the entire bot. I'd like so much that other stuff for fire related to Triptychon to this to be more useful. But these one and these one for Titan setup is like actually the better ones. I might try another one, but like I'm not even sure if it's going to make a lot of difference. But just give it a go. Just give it a try. I would try on PC after, I guess. But again, I'm not even sure if it's going to make a lot of difference. So, I keep talking. The next batch, if it's in the same order of announcements from the last couple of months, it's going to be a very, very health related batch because it's going to be Fireglade. It's going to be also Baru, which is the or Gabu. I always forget the name, but the new warrior one. Why can't I press this button? Thank you. I took less damage. I took more damage from him this time or less damage. I'm not sure. Okay. For mobile, still not enough damage. So just to simplify stuff, it's not here. Next batch, we're going to have Fireglade, Baro, and Sbabu? No, Sbaro. Fireglade, Baro, and Ozu, which are very, very strong health slash HP related bots. So, if a bot needs a lot of extra HP, go for a Fireglade. If a word is lacking a little bit of, for example, I think that Barrow is going to be very, very useful or an Iron Bison. I think his name is Lightspeed on the Autobot size, because he's going to receive a update, like a rework, uh, like Mind Wipe, Huffer, Lockdown. The recent bots that get like huge updates, like from the essays, Octone as well. Um, they have received a lot of updates from the last months, so I think that's going to help there as well. So, 3 out of the 5 next combats of the batch are really good. Fireglade's a decent pull, 5-star bar is a decent pull, and one thing or not, I think that's I think that's pretty undeniable that uh, it's not amazing, but also is by far the second best. Is by far the second best healer, doctor combat in the game. So you have these, you have Fireglade, you have Baru. The other two like are the like weird ones of the batch, if you know what I mean. But like if it's like this level of content, I think that's going to be a really really decent batch for the next one. And for example, if you already have invested a lot in this batch, if you have like Thundercast, Bidu, Groundhog, and you're just missing Gabu and Lancelot. You have a 50% of reach in 2 of these ones, the last ones of the batch, that are really good. Um, I honestly feel that uh, they're kind of good to my taste. I really like this a lot. Um, actually after I just finished the last batch with Pterodactyl on Impactor, so I'm not even sure which batch I'm going to the next, because any of these three shakes my mind. Like, oh my god, it's so good. Nah, uh, I'm not going for any of these five, any of these seven, because I'm waiting for uh, the batch to drop and be splitted with Fireglade and Baru, uh, to find in the batch, mainly Baru, because I think that's really good with Kulagun on defense. Uh, this one, very very weird, very very niche. Um, I don't think that Caliburst has a decent use, to be honest. Anyway, Fireline is like, yeah, it's good, but it's like not amazing anymore. And I'm not that absolutely lover of acid fire combos. Like, I don't force into it all the time. Um, I was using Thundercracker, the 4-star, um, uh, to maybe if there's lightning rods on the field, if I get close enough to lightning rod, he's going to make fire damage on it, so it's going to try to do that from a different way. You know what I mean? Um, Shroud's very good, but like, I'm not sure if there's a huge difference between the 5-star and the 4-star. But like, I think that the 4-star does the job. I'm thinking upgrading some 4-stars, to be honest, because I don't feel I'm going to any of the 4-stars to any of the 5-stars. So the 4-stars need to be at a decent level. Uh, Overkill, Razor, absolute garbage. They're likely the worst. Uh, Alongside with Catgut, no, Catgut increases their damage by 30 and something percent. That's decent, I guess. Like Overkill and Razor Sharp are like the two worst bots I think the combats that I think there is in the game. They don't do nothing decent to your team. So we have these, which is I think Singe is really good. And I think Hit Burn's decent. And Slugfest is obvious. But Power Punch and SG Ravage is like I'm going to pull them and I'm going to be like, where do I place you? You know what I mean? Like, there's no decent spot for them, to be honest. At least for me. Sin is going to be really good because I love aerials until this day. I'm going to likely play Singe on Skywarp, Skydive. I'm not sure which the Autobot or Decepticon version. They are Sky something. The 4+3 acid guy. I really like it. And this is going to stick here forever, I guess. I think this is what I think that this batch. I think that I would, if I had Polar Roller Force before Fracas and Grow, I would definitely would go all the way through, just because Fracas and Grow are that good that you must have. It's like they're must have spot combats. Um, Talking about the first one, the first five one when the batch split apart. Uh, Groundhog is really decent, and Lancelot is good. Gabu is not amazing, but like, uh, I like to use it not exactly on fire guys. I don't use it on Tita Mags anything like that, but I like to use it on high damage bots, not exactly high DPS, but but high damage essays bots like for example on half shell, because I think that there's the effect of the ignition effect from 10, 5, 12, 6 seconds, I don't know, that he launches that it launches the acid stuff. So to do with the clusters, same that you don't have fire on your assay, you just throw acid to stop the healing from stuff around the cluster and everything. So when you do the assay damage, the assay damage goes through 100%, goes full 100%. You know what I mean? So same that's not a fire one. For example, half shell is not fire, but throw the acid, stop the healing, then goes the assay. I think that's really good because of that. Uh, I think that just the only one that shakes my mind, and Groundhog because defense. It's kind of important to have something for that. So yeah. Uh, oh, I think that I'm going to do a kind of a crazy thing, just because the next events likely to be individual again. I think that we are going to have enough time to upgrade this. So we're going to upgrade down Neptune. It's going to drop in the middle of the week. Um, I know that I recommend people to just go for upgrades um, on this level where it's like 3K cyber coins and more than 4 or 5 days on what's the name on the upgrades. Just upgrade your combiners through the just upgrade your combiners for the skips. Uh, but like I think that I'm well programmed in like time and everything. I think that I'm not really dependent on combiners to do well in wars. I think they're the fun thing to me to go well without combiners. You know what I mean? And Combiners are not that important in raids, which we're going to have at some hours. And yeah, I don't feel really miss that. It's because we have time for the weekend event, to be honest. Uh, but I also wanted to talk about some stuff that I'm thinking in the game. Also talking about future investments. Uh, I have made a calculation here, and I want to share with you guys just to see if I'm correct, if I'm crazy or something like that. But hear me out. Uh, there's all that thing on the Titan Tech tree that you follow on the channel. I'm likely going to tomorrow to make the rest of the Titan Tech tree. Is going to miss. Sorry, it's missing just a couple ones. It's 30 minutes already in the video, so I'm not going to play and record and stuff. I'm just going to record after I'm going to play and start record again and post tomorrow. So what happens is that the Titan Tech tree they're going to be fixing. As what I've heard, they're fixing the embracive skill from Nemesis. It's not 100% confirmed. I heard from a close friend that they're like trying to fix it this week. Like they're going to try to compensate for the huge amount of weeks without upgrades or batches or patches and buffs and stuff, bug fixes and stuff, to do like a more complete weekend with this amount of stuff. So it's very likely for them to fix this. And we know that the Titan Tech tree allows you to heal 30% on the restorative embrace skill. So if you think about it, if you have in the middle of the map something like that has the same area covered as the FFD, which is gigantic. You have this area that says just to represent, like from my base, which I have one thing very centralized. So you're basically covering your entire defense line. To be honest, you're basically covering all your defenses. They are going to be hitting you from the shuttle, but the launch pod, I don't know if that's the name of the thing. I just heard from a guy from YouTube, but I'm not sure if that's the name. But you're basically covering everything. So if you're basically covering everything, this means that outside of the zone heals on the clusters, outside of the lightning rods to stop you from EMPing your opponent's base, and outside of random build bots that are more specifics, you're going to be able to, and you're going to be worried about your opponent to stop one of the most impactful Titan essays in the game, if it works, if it was working correctly. So basically, if it was working, this was going to be 30%, but it reduces 80%. So 80%, 10% of the 30 is 3 times 2 to make the 20 is 6%. So instead of 30% is 6. So that's in percentage speaking, it's very very strong, and in like concrete numbers is very very strong as well. Sometimes you take like half of a gigantic damage, but it's still a gigantic damage that you're receiving. It still hurts, you know. But like from these, for example, uh, it's very very impactful. It's very very impactful. So when they eventually patch these, and fix this essay, I think that you might be ready with at least one of those, if not two. Um, I think that because of the range on this, you can basically count with one ray blocker and at least one FFD, if not two. Uh, I'm placing these two for the moment alongside with the other ones. Uh, these two are actually the anti-acid and the anti-EMP stuff. Because I don't feel that this is the problem to me. I want you to be able to heal your stuff. I don't care, but I want my base to be stronger than your healing. To be honest, that's part of the game style. But if Nemesis gets fixed, if the arc gets fixed, I think that's going to be absolutely necessary. If you're going to base yourself and strategy around that healing, that 30% healing that you're going to receive from the middle of nowhere, you need to be ready for this. You need to be ready with this. I mean, you need to be ready with Ray Blocker. It's going to be absolutely fundamental for you to have these at your disposal, for you to stop this crazy healing that's going to have. And I'm actually believing that if they patch these, if they fix it, they're going to eventually nerf that. Like, I want a balance. I like understand that there is stuff that needs to be good in the game, like kind of unbalanced, but like there's only one thing that stops it, which is these, to be honest. And like I don't feel that people use these a lot. The only thing that I think that a guy that was defending this was like, oh, if you use Junk Heap on a bot, because of the description of Junk Heap, let me catch it for you. It says, revive and heal them with 60% of their HP. Because it's heal, it's not like reborn and like, how is the thing? Go back in time on the location and health. Like it's not like this, and it's not like one of the prime cores that's similar. Vector, I guess. You go back in time. Like it's not like this. The mechanic's different. It's the healing mechanic. So you don't restore with more than half of your HP. You just go back with 12%. Yes. Yeah. So like. You're basically like, yeah, I'm dying. Yeah, I'm not dying. Yeah, I'm dying again. Like, this is the only thing that I think that's decent, to be honest. And like when you have a very very strong base, to be honest, with like all the prime cores maxed out, a lot of like decent stuff, every single thing upgraded to max. I think that one of these in your base is going to be very, very difficult for your opponent to break through your base without a effective healer. So that's pretty much it, to be honest. I wanted to talk a little bit more, guys, but my voice is kind of crippling me a little bit more, even further. So I'm going to end the video. I'm going to play a little bit. I'm going to make the full Titan Tech tree. I just made the last ones on the ambush thing. Super rejuvenation is the last thing. It's not even that relevant, to be honest, just to be maxed out finally. Just the final tip for the Titan Tech tree is always use the Titan Tech tree. First thing that I always say is boost your favorite stuff. If your favorite stuff is a triple changer, boost the max out of that triple changer. If you want really to use a gunner in the game and abuse the hell of it, boost the gunner the most that you can. You know, like focus on having some fun. Same with weird stuff. You know what I mean? I want to try to solo with Octone. I don't care. Just go for it. Have some fun. But like, think always first on attack. I think that there's some stuff that you kind of have to, but depends a lot of what you have from your building core. So, for example, if you only have the fire one on the mortars, I think that's really really important for you to have the extension range on mortars, for example. If you really want to have a better advantage against some stuff, like you really want to upgrade like MDS, but like cannon range is not that relevant. Laser turret health is not that relevant. Laser turret attack not that relevant. But like mainly the better defense like MDS, outpost spots health and combiner health, HQ health obviously, build bot health obviously. Well, health's not that important. HQ normal damage resistance. If you don't have zone heal, this can be absolutely ignored, to be honest. And I think that shock tower immunity is some of the things that you have to be like aware of. Not necessarily upgraded, but like be aware that this can be a possibility. You don't have the Titan level, the Titan Tech Tree level on the display of the players that you're playing against, so you don't know if a guy has a Titan Tech Tree maxed out or not. So you don't know if the guy has a complete shock tower or not. If the shock tower of the guy is immune to hack or not. But like you must be aware of it, and if possible, upgrade it as well. On defense, but it's the last thing that you do. At least to me, I just upgraded all the attacks first. Then I made through everything Nemesis related. Then I went through defenses. Then I went through all the other Titan related stuff. And be aware and don't be stupid like me. Like, oh, I'm going to upgrade all the things and like, yay. And then I realized that I haven't Haverst. I think that was Haverst or these, which I didn't have access to, but I could upgrade like other stuff more. So beware of that, you know. So if like if for example I was like playing more serious, if I'm like a Scarpnock player, you really must be aware that EMP effect is unlocked before the lightning burst. So the first thing that I'm going to do if I'm a Scarpnock player is to upgrade the EMP effect first, and then I'm going to upgrade the lightning burst effect. So that's another thing to be aware of. And I think that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Gulliver out. Can't click the button again. Jesus help me.